We are live, it says, and I'm sure they're right. Hello and welcome. It's a chilly evening, but at least it's dry in West Sussex. We have to start with the weather forecast, or not forecast really, statement of fact. Let me bring Keith in. He's here as ever.
Good evening, one and all. Yeah.
My phone's making noises, so I'll just put that on silent. That's it.
Yeah, it's not a very nice night down here in West Sussex. It's got quite cold in the last hour.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are tucked up warmish. I'm indoors, so it's not too bad. Andy's got the heater on.
I have indeed. It'll cut in and out as we go along. It's off at the moment, but it will cut in, I'm sure. But so good. Anyway, right, here we are, ready to go again, and I'm going to cover my keyboard because I've been forgetting again recently.
No reminders tonight.
No, I've done it early. Got it in first. Okay, and I'll put Keith back into the background. And here we go. You've seen on YouTube. That's a new one. You've seen on YouTube what we're going to be starting with today, which are Christmas trees. I haven't got any examples to show you because I sold them all. But on the lathe, I have. Which one did we say we're going to use? Not that one. That one. I have a piece of timber. I've just been practicing on it. Don't worry about that. It's actually part of a chair leg. There's the other half of it. I cut it in half. And we're going to be making a couple of Christmas trees out of this tonight. So it's mahogany. And it's free. What more can I say, really? So let's get started. I will be putting... I do put these parting tool marks in and try and form a trunk running up the middle of the tree so that when you look through it, you can actually see the trunk getting bigger towards the bottom. But you'll see all that later. Let's just get this turned off roughly. Oop. I'll just knock that camera, haven't I?
Yeah, well and truly.
Yeah, put the shutter across. Hopefully that's not going to be too close. I might have to move it. We'll see.
It's looking good anyway. Right, while Andy's raising that off.
Who's around?
Yeah, I'll have a look at our participants. Oh, there is a few in the participants list. Right, funny enough, Andy's come up first. So, welcome, mate.
Oh, alphabetically, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Ny's come up second, and then I've come up third. But following on, we've got Clint at the Wood Dancers.
That's an A, B, and C, isn't it?
Yeah, Clive Rogerson, Darren Callison, Doug Miller, Gav Saday, Karen Dolman, Lucy at Lula Trask.
Hello, Lucy.
Paul Heighton, Peter Cochran, Robert Dolman, RPM Woodworks, Steve Ellis.
Right.
It's jumping around like it's gone out of fashion. Scott's in from the Blue Light Turner.
Hello, Scott.
I know I've missed some because it jumped. So if I have missed you, I apologise. Put your name in again, and we'll see if we can pick you up this time around. Did I say Paul Heighton, the Greasby Turner?
No, I don't think so.
He's in anyway. Lawrence Bagasia. Quick scan. It's almost quicker to do it on Facebook. Malcolm Douglas, we missed him, but we'll soon put that right. But welcome one and all. As normal, any questions? A couple of question marks. So that it gives me a chance to see it. I'm not going to say I'll read it out, but it gives me a chance to see it somewhere along the line. Any questions at all we can try and answer?
No, that one will go to there, that will go to there, that's fine. Yep. So I'm just working this out. That will be the barrel, that will be the bottom of the branches just there. So we'll have that much trunk showing. Don't want to go too far with it because it'll weaken it. But I just want to get it laid out so I know what I'm doing. Okay.
You got the first question. What size is it, mate? What size was the
size?
Ish.
Ish. I'll just get something to measure it with. There's a ruler. That'll do. It was. I'll measure the thickness. It's about 60 mil, I think, diameter in places. It's sort of a bit all over the place. I turned it down to 57, I think, 53 to go in the gripper jaw. The H gripper jaw, the Axminster H one. And the length of it, including the bit that's in the chuck, is 140 mil. And I've sort of turned it down at the moment. It's in the region of 35 mil diameter. It will be a bit less than that in places, but the widest, don't touch my shirt, full of shavings. That will be the widest bit, will be the bottom of the branches. So, right, let's deal with that one.
Let's deal with that one question out of the way.
I've got the centre on it at the moment, the live centre, just to give it a bit of support while I'm doing this, because it will be getting weaker later as I go along, start chopping into it.
A lot of them are saying hi to me. That's fine. Hi, guys. Thank you all for coming over and supporting Andy. Chat amongst yourselves. If you want any sensible comments, ask Darren. Otherwise, you get what's thrown at you. Andrew from Ivy Woodshed's just popped in.
Hello, Andrew.
Keith Jarvis, he's just appeared. Trevor P, the hobby turner. So Darren's on his mission. 33 in with 9 thumbs up.
All right, yeah. It's about as thin as I wanted at the top. When I've removed that other bit, because I've got to get a hole in there to have something to hang it on the tree.
Yes, you always want a flat top.
Yep. But I don't want it too big because it can look very clumsy. I've got some 3mm eyelets, which are actually quite small and do the job quite nicely. Just going to use the scrape. Use the scraper just to true it up a bit, get it a bit straighter. I swear if I was doing it just on my own, I'd probably use the skew at this point. But
David Heath's in.
Guildford Turner or whatever?
Guildford Carpenter.
Carpenter, that's it, I was right first time. Okay, so that's getting all right, that's okay. We'll take a bit more off the bottom here to shape beginning to shape the trunk. And the barrel is going to be about
Martin
there.
at Woody's Creations, because he's in as well. Richard Phelan's in.
Hello,
What's a
Richard.
name that hasn't been mentioned? I do know. This looks quite dusty, Andy.
It is a bit. It's mahogany, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's very old mahogany, so incredibly dry. But hey ho. Right, I've got markings. I don't know if you can see it on the. No, you can't, can you? How can I get over that one? Let's try that one there.
Oh,
Yes,
you've got
I've
markings on the tool rest.
got markings on the tool rest every 10 mil. And that's what's going to guide me. I've got the bottom so that it's in line more or less with that mark. The top is pretty much in line with that mark, so that I'm all right just to go. Doing it, I'm not going to go full depth at the moment on these. I shall start from the top and work down, but I'm just getting positions worked out.
Benjamin's in.
Hello, Ben.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, we'll have trouble now.
Yeah.
Right, and then that will be cut off there. Okay.
Do you want to go back to the other camera?
Sorry. Yep.
I think it's a little bit easier to see on it.
That one.
That one, yeah, it's a little bit bleached out at the back.
It is, isn't it? That's better,
That's
isn't
better. Can you see?
Yep, I can see.
Right.
I can turn that one on, but you won't see anything then.
You won't see a thing then.
Right, that's there. It's be a fraction bigger, just by eye. That's what I was saying about when you look through the tree. I want you to be able to see the trunk getting bigger towards the bottom, which is what trunks tend to do. Somewhere about there. This is a particularly tall and thin one, but
it can be any shape. It's not a problem. Martin at Woody's Creation is extolling the powers from Record Power, because he's had an issue with his lathe and had a fabulous response from them today. So he's given them 10 out of 10.
Oh,
so
good.
Well done, Martin. It's nice to get feedback on things like this. There's so much rubbish going around. I've had an issue with this. I've had an issue with that. But it's also nice to know that the good bits are out there as well.
Yes, well, I had an issue with this, and they dealt with it very, very quickly from Axminster. So it is encouraging when you get that sort of treatment. It really is. Unfortunately,
Coronet Herald.
It seems to be a little bit rare these days, but I'm showing my age now. Right, that's the shape I wanted. Can you see that? You can't see through it, but
can't see through it at the moment.
No,
but we can
you can see. You can see the general idea. I'm just going to get that sanded up now.
And Keith Jarvis is saying he has an amazing response from Axminster.
Yeah,
10-10. They are very good.
I'm so impressed with Axminster. Yeah, especially when I discovered one of their technicians lives about 3 miles from me.
Okay.
So he came 8 o'clock the next morning, which was couldn't ask for anything better, really.
No, quite handy that.
Yeah. Matt, his name was. Very nice young man.
So we know who to ask for next time then.
Yeah. I'm gonna just give it a little suck.
Terry from TJ's in.
Oh, hello, Terry. Now then, does Abranet fit? Yes, it does. Just to do a little bit of sanding in the grooves. Can never get them thoroughly smooth, but at least you can make sure you haven't got any whiskers sticking out.
You can't have a whisker sticking out.
Can't be doing with that.
No.
That's nice.
Michael Howells joined us.
Oh, that's the timber supplier man, isn't it?
No, that's
down in Cornwall, isn't it?
no. Is oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. So I get Michael and the other timber supplier in Northern Ireland mixed up. Richard Phelan.
Oh right, yeah.
Because we've got two of them in now. Wood turning by Barry's in.
Hello, Barry.
I think that's a new name that's just appeared.
I'll do a shorter and fatter one next time.
Alison's in, so be careful, mate.
Oh, was you watching? Good heavens.
Yeah.
That means the whole family will be watching, I expect.
That's good. Numbers up.
Yep, yeah. My daughter Charlotte, her husband Philip, or Phil. I think Alison's seen as many of these trees as she wants to see, probably.
Yeah.
Been making them for quite a few years now. It's one of the first things I did when I first started, I think.
Do you not find that you find a pattern and a shape that you like, it seems to sell, and
yes,
go for it?
Absolutely, yep. And these certainly sell. I run out every year, and I didn't have one left. No, I was going to say I had one left, but I didn't. No, I run out, and
got a full audience up with Alison by all accounts.
Good on them.
Yeah,
That's what I like to hear. Right, let's just
keep an eye on the old fella.
Trim that off. That's it. That's not going round now, so that must be about there, mustn't it? And that's really pretty smooth on the end there because I did it with a skew. So we'll just do a bit of that. And I should drill the hole in the end before I take it off the lathe because it's easier to do it on here. But I can't use normal Jacob's chuck because these screw eyes need a hole drilling, but the diameter that they need to be is 0.73 of a millimeter. And that, can you see that? No, try down there. That drill bit will not go into a normal chuck. No. It's far too small. It's very, very tiny. It looks bigger actually in that camera, but so I'm just going to do this by hand. When it stops wobbling, it's in the middle, isn't it? That's very nearly in the middle. There we are. That's done. I sometimes actually do it by twisting it, which is the way these are actually jewelers or watchmakers clamps.
Pin vices.
Pin vices, that's the one. I knew I got the wrong word and I was trying to think what it was. But yeah, pin vices. So they're designed to actually be turned by hand. But it works all right like that. Okay, let's give them a quick bit of sanding sealant. Bit of cellulose, why not? Put my board down, keep it off me. Having cleaned it all up today. Sorry about
Doesn't
that.
sound like you did.
No, this it's not going very well. I've put some more stuff on it.
Mm.
But the main bit I did was the bandsaw. For some reason, had a couple of bits of wood sitting on it for a few days, and they were obviously damp.
Just
So
marked it, yeah.
nice couple of rust marks on there.
Darren's just saying the sun's coming up down under, and the
Uh-huh.
family of kookaburras that live in his backyard are laughing at him for being up so early.
It serves him right there. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's very nice of him. We appreciate it.
He can have a lay-in another day.
I have absolutely no idea what a kookaburra looks like, but you hear the name. An essence of Australia.
Isn't it?
Was it?
I remember right, yeah.
I didn't even know that. So shows how dumb I am, doesn't it?
I dare say Darren put me right if I've got that wrong.
Right, that's that. I think I'll just give it a quick lick of lacquer. Lick of lacquer?
Lick of lacquer, because you can.
Acrylic gloss lacquer. That'll do nicely. Slow it down a bit. And then I shall buff it eventually. But you've already done that today once, so we don't need to do it again.
Yeah, I did use a slightly different technique to what you use.
Yeah, but the effect is very similar.
Yeah. Right, I was right. It is a bird, and it's a kingfisher family.
Oh, right. That's an awful lot better than the birds we've got here, then, which you often hear on my mic, don't you? They've got rooks.
Rooks and crows.
The crow family, and they are so noisy, horrendous noise. We don't have a dawn chorus, we have a dawn din. Absolutely awful. So I'm just talking while I'm waiting for it to dry.
Mm-hmm.
I could put a hair dryer on it, I suppose. Oh, ouch! There goes my glass paper everywhere, and bash my fingers on the spike in the end of the tailstock, which I should have taken out. It's my own fault. Talking to myself again.
Yeah, time you get that heater up, it's probably dry now.
Yeah, probably. Anyway. No, it's not. I put a fair thickness on, so more than I intended to.
And we have to pay for it.
Yeah. That looks as though that's going off. It's just lost that brilliant shine. It's dry up there, not quite at the bottom. And then I'll part it off and that'll be that one done.
So that's a completed Christmas tree in 24, 25 minutes.
That's right, it's a bit slow, isn't it?
Without even racing, really. Well, you're explaining it as you go, you see. So
that's right,
It's a different, different concept of what most people use.
Yeah, I do it a lot quicker when I'm on my own. But I haven't been trying to rush at all.
We try and demonstrate its safe methods, not the racing methods.
Yeah, and sort of explaining why you're doing things as well. It's all part of it, isn't it? Big one, little one. Let's do a little one. I could just take it off the pot, couldn't I? It doesn't need to be any bigger than that.
Charlotte's saying, hello, Dad.
Hello, Charlie. Very pleased you're here to watch.
And Phil's there as well.
Good. The kids are in bed, I suppose. Yes, they will be.
What's the expert on this one? He says, rushing leads to tumbles. Trust me. What
Who's that said that?
Scott. Yeah,
what am I doing? What?
No, I left it. Scott, what are you doing Thursday night, mate? Do you want to let everyone know, or is it still top secret, or you haven't decided yet? They're going to put Barnaby and Neil on tomorrow to show them what you're doing then, mate.
All right, okay.
So I guess that's
Nell,
the two little ones.
Barnaby and Nell.
Nell,
Nell, yeah.
you
My
are
little,
right. Yeah.
my little granddaughter. Yeah, I do know her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may not be a good granddad, but I do know her name. Right. Anyway, there it is. And if I turn it that way, and you can actually see through the middle there,
Yeah.
you can see that the trunk gets smaller as it gets up towards where my fingers are. But I'm not going
Pretty
to
good,
hold the
mate.
bottom.
Pretty good. No.
That's
No.
come out all right. So let's put that
Yeah.
one on one side next to my snowmen and start another one. I'm going to do another Christmas tree, totally different proportions this time. Be shorter and fatter, just to show that the same principle works with anything. What do we want? A bit of yew, I think. Shall we do it in a bit of yew?
You're the one with the wood.
Yep. I'm asking the question, but it's on the lathe,
Yeah.
so that's what we're
Yeah.
using.
So Scott's just put back on there. It looks like it's an egg timer at the moment, but that may well change for a top secret project. Being careful what I say now, as these chats have ears and people can nick your ideas. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
about that, Scott, but you know, I do it different to a lot of people, so it's tough. Why can't they man up and say what they want to do?
that's right. I
Yeah,
prefer to be able to say what I want to do, and if they nick it, well, that's their problem.
yeah. I dare say we all do it different to what they will do.
Oh, get out of it.
So that's a 7:30, Scott, isn't it, on Thursday for you? It's an
Yep.
early start for him, or an earlier start for him.
This blank, by the way, I didn't tell you, it's 80mm long, and it is something like 70mm diameter. But in fact, I'm going to reduce that diameter a bit, partly because it's too big anyway, but also it's got cracks and things in it. So
It's going to be fun. 3 or
what's
4
that?
knots in it.
Yeah, it's going to give you, it's going to fight back. A couple of nice
Yeah,
ones there and a couple there. So yes, it's going to fight back. If
yeah.
you
I
don't
see.
mind.
I know what you mean there, Scott. If it ever stands up,
Sorry.
it's Scott's just putting on there. Funny how I mentioned I'm going to do a milking stool. The next day someone nicks his
Yes,
posts and post
strange that,
pictures.
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And Keith
It's a
Jarvis, he says he enjoys watching everyone's different style, and it is different styles. We all turn differently.
Oh God, yes. Thank goodness. I mean,
Yeah,
it'd be right if we didn't really.
that's why
If we're
there's
all
so
just
many
straight.
different tools out there, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, yeah. But if we're just blindly copying, it wouldn't be much fun at all. It's going to be a bit too steep an angle, I think. One of the ones on the photograph on YouTube was a bit that way.
Stunted growth.
Yes. So I'm going to take that in a fair bit. So we're starting from something a bit thinner. It might get rid of some of those cracks as well.
Oh, and Mark's just joined us as well. Didn't see you creep in, Mark. It's because I was watching what Andy was doing, I expect.
Right, let's take this down a little bit further now. take a bit off the end of that. It's got a big mark from the centre. That's better. Let me go a bit thinner. Beautiful. Straighten this up a bit. Try putting that in the right place. It's better.
So I'll give you a buzz when Andy's finished. I've got a little project I want to talk to you about as well. So we can touch base later on. That would be good. Cheers, mate.
Right, so let's straighten that up a bit. Get those marks onto there where we want them. Like that. I'll go with a slightly thinner one, I think. We'll see how we go.
Baz is in. Real simple things. Hi, mate. You made it before the end on this one, then? David McLernan, have you crept in without me seeing you?
Words have to have words then.
Yeah. Mind you, the chat goes silly at times.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And you lose a complete page. By the time you've gone back to where you thought you were, you've lost another half a page.
Yeah.
But that's what it's all about. You're in here to chat, you guys, and to ask us questions and to comment on what Andy's doing. So we're just trying to relay some of the messages to Andy.
Yeah, if you find
David
out what I'm doing,
says he's a creeper. Yeah, I'm a creeper, Keith.
Yeah.
You're welcome, David.
Dum 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 dum. Diddly dum. That's better. That's much better. Right, that's that one. A little bit of glass
Daughter of
paper.
mine's just come in with a suggestion, Andy.
Yeah.
Don't know whether you really want to know, but she's suggesting butt plug.
Yeah.
Well,
I was going to say a bit uncomfortable, but some might like that, of course.
yeah, and the Flaming Turner, Nick's just popped in as well.
Hello, Nick. Right then. Shall I put the extractor on? Just for a laugh. as it's you.
As it's you. That's on. I can hear it.
Yep. Soon fades though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I had one person bought a selection of sizes of these and just did a little arrangement of them. Took the hooks out at the top. Didn't want to hang them on their tree.
Mhm.
And just did an arrangement on a shelf. Looked quite nice actually.
Yeah, but it won't last very long, Nick. He's only just started turning, and it's only going to go through 2, maybe 3 grits quickly.
Yeah.
He's got a good finisher straight off the tool, so it doesn't need a lot. And Twisted Pete's in.
Hello, Pete. Nick, no, Martin Saban Smith was suggesting that you didn't need to do 320 grit. And he was quoting a rule about what grits you should use. And if you double the number of the last one you used, it should be within that number. So in other words, you start with an 80. So the next one should be less than 160, which is 120. The next one should be less than 240, which is 180. Next one should be less than 360. And 240 is fine. But 480, you can miss out 320. Go straight to 400.
Or whatever you grab.
Yeah, that's well. Yes, he says using 320,
Yeah.
but it was an interesting idea. I've not heard that one before.
Well, I know several turners say if you start at 80, you can go straight to 120, 240, and then
Yeah,
others say if you start at 100, you need to go to 180 before you get to
is
320.
which
So
is doubling it and taking the next one down, which is
yeah,
that would fit in, wouldn't it? But I tend to do what it just feels as though it needs. If I'm honest,
yeah,
I frequently some woods
need
need
a
it
bit
more than
more extra,
others.
don't they? Yeah,
That's right, and others you're wasting your time really. And it depends on the finish you get off the tool as well, as you said. Right, that should look moderately successful. Yeah. Oh, it's the knots. I can feel something wibbling a bit, but just to get the top of that pot a little bit better. Yep, that'll do me nicely. Stick those up there. I'm going to take this out of here because I'm going to spear myself on it. Otherwise, again, yes. Right, okay, so sanding sealer. Turn that noisy thing off. At risk of having the mickey taken out of me, I do like you. Such a lovely timber. That's it. Beautiful. Lovely job.
Lewis is in. He's been watching and working.
Hello,
Hi,
Lewis.
Lewis. Enjoyed your Christmas tree last night. Didn't see all of it, but I saw the end of it.
Yeah, there are similarities, but they're not the same. That's all right. It's nice. Okay. Part that off. That's another one done. It's lovely. Oh, it's nice.
He says fondling it.
Yeah. Right, over to the sander very quickly. I know what I didn't do.
Hole in the top.
Absolutely.
Don't put a hook in it in. Leave it as a freestander.
No, I display them hanging when I sell them. So I've got to put it in even if they take it back out again. But this is using it the way that that they're designed to be used, which is like that.
Yeah. Mike Hugh from Ilminster's in. Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike. Become quite a regular.
Trust you, Ben.
What's he said?
You could advertise these as Christmas trees during November and December and butt plugs thereafter.
Thank you, Ben.
Just need someone to lower the tone. It had to be Ben.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, somebody's got to do it. I usually screw this in with a bradawl. Anyway, it's there just to show the size of hook that I use.
Down.
I'll find it in a minute. There we are.
There.
If I put it up against the chuck, it'll probably show better, won't it? Yes. Can you see it? Just a little 3 mil thing.
Yeah.
Came all the way from China. That did.
Yeah.
Bought from Amazon, but all the way from China.
They're dirt cheap if you buy enough of them.
Yeah. Oh, they're fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
And it just needs a bit of sanding sealer and lacquer on the bottom, which will happen. I'll put that with the other one.
So Mike Hughes just saying that now that the cricket's finished, he's picking up on the turning again.
Right.
I would have thought that it was cricket under searchlights tonight, wouldn't it?
Right. So what should we do now? I think I'll do a bauble. I can't remember what I was going to do that in, but I've got this lump of whatever it is here. I'll do it in that. It's a biggish bit of red-coloured timber, which I'm not sure quite what it is, but
no, because we couldn't work out the colour. Chris is in from Bailey Woodworks as well.
Hello, Chris.
And Stuart Ingrali, or however you pronounce it.
Angry is the French pronunciation. I'm not sure he's French, but hey.
He says, evening Bambinos, just turned in to hear Keith say butt plugs. Well, there you go.
Yeah. He goes around saying things like that, you know.
Right, you're 3/4 of an hour in, Andy, and you've done 2 trees.
Okay, that'll do. Get this done as well. Of course we can.
And according to the YouTube, you've got 51 watching with 22 thumbs ups.
Well, that's good. Well, 52 watching is good, isn't it?
Yeah. But the evening ones always tend to pick up a few more. And Space Makes has just said bye, Scott. So she must have been hiding around the corner. Or has Scott gone?
I don't know, perhaps he has.
Looks like he might have gone. she's gone. Oh, Nick and Stace have been holding hands, watching from one screen.
How romantic.
Yeah. Hi, Stace. How you doing, love? It's another dusty one you've got there, mate.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a roundish globe with a spiky bit on the bottom. Since that seems to be the way it's going.
Pete's asking, what is that gouge, mate?
Oh, this is a funny one. It's somewhere between a spindle and a bowl gouge. I use it for everything. And it's 3/8, I think. The bar itself is 13 mil. The internal, the flute is, if I can get it to stay in there, about 9.5 mil. But it's sort of neither one thing or the other. It's actually quite useful. You're not the first to ask me what it is, though, Pete, I have to say.
No, it's a bit deeper than a standard bowl gouge, and not as deep as a. It's a bit deeper than, get it right.
The standard spindle gouge, yeah.
Spindle gouge, and not as deep as a bowl gouge.
No, that's right. But it's really nice to use. So, to hell with what it's called.
I don't think it's a continental bowl gouge, Ben.
I don't even know where it came from.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough meat in the metal around it. It is a spindle gouge of sorts, I believe.
I think it is, yeah, but I don't even know where it came from. It's not part of a set or anything. So I picked it up on its own somewhere, or somebody gave it to me in with a load of other stuff or something. So I don't really know. That's the sort of shape I want it.
Yes, it is, Darren.
What's that?
Tormek recipe sticker on it.
Oh yes, yeah, I use the Tormek system, yeah. So I've obviously had it quite a long time because I did all those when I first got the Tormek. And I haven't really put them on everything else.
So can you read off the instructions for Darren so you can write them down?
Sorry, read what? The settings?
Yep.
Number 2, 65, and A. It's what I use for most of my gouges, actually. The only one, the roughing gouge, I do on a 0 rather than a 2. I don't really know why, it's just what I've always done.
It works for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Gaz is suggesting it's excellent for back hollowing, I believe.
Sorry?
Yeah, Gav today is saying it's excellent for back hollowing.
Yeah, yeah. Right, now
265A. Yeah, I think that's what Andy said.
that's it. Yep.
Yeah, you
You're
got it,
quite-
Darren.
Just a little pip on this end. Oh, excuse me. Just to hang it from. Which will be a little bit shorter by the time I've parted it off. But it's not particularly good finish on there. So we'll cheap scraper. That one. No, we won't.
It's made it worse.
No, yeah, no, it's too weak there to do that. I'll sand it.
Kitey's in as well. Kitey's shed, yes.
Become a regular.
Welcome.
Which is nice. Yeah. So we'll have a look at it. See what I did to it then. That's all right.
Shatter finish.
Yeah, over there. That'll sand off. It could be that Philippine timber, you know.
Yeah, it's not Philippines. It's
well, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rosewoody thing.
Yeah, that's more likely to be what it is.
Yeah, it could be that. It's the right colour.
Papua New Guinean.
That's it. I don't remember cutting a piece off that, but I may have done. Well, in fact, I must have done if that's what it is.
You'll want that sucker on.
Yes, it is dusty.
And it sands easy as well.
Yeah, it's sanding nicely. You can see the marks disappearing.
Yes, we did have a list of the woods that we were told, but it is one of the rosewoods, I think, Darren. I did have some technical names, but can't remember what I've done with them now. I've got one or two bits of paper on here on the desk.
It's certainly that sort of colour. Now you can actually see it. If you remember, I said to you it had a sort of reddish bit to it. Even with all the dirt that was on the outside. Yeah. Let's see how that's going.
It could be one of those.
That's better.
Bits of paper that
you can't. You just can't see it very well, but that bit of grain there looks ever so much like that stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's the lighter bit on the other side, which again you can't really see, unfortunately. I'll see if I can get it in a better position when it's off the lathe. But that's not looking bad. I just want a bit more in there.
Yeah, I'm a bit like you, Darren. Most of mine's found on the ground, but I do sometimes put the chainsaw through it first to get it there.
Still don't like that. That's better. Gone down to 80. There was a mark there that just didn't want to come out. I can't get my finger on it. Yeah, that's better. Good. Back up to 120 again.
John's in from Jiggsy's Shed.
Hello, John.
Just a quick pop in, he says.
There's
but
one.
You're more than welcome.
Another one we can put a face to now.
Yeah.
We met him down at Canterbury.
And Alison says she likes the shape of this one, so you might not be selling it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's finished then. You know,
Yeah.
call that done. Oh, I'm glad she likes it. It's nice to know she approves.
David McClernand saying he's got a Robert Sorby chatter chisel the other day. Haven't really seen it used that much in any videos. I have one as well, David, and I've found the only way that it really works is on end grain. So
Yeah,
something like the top and bottom of boxes.
Most of mine work that way. If your timber's not very well supported and you push it in hard enough, it'll chatter.
Not sure, Gav, on that one.
What's that?
Is you or I going to make a central?
Make a...
Make a central up in
Oh.
NEC.
No, I'm not. Not this year, anyway.
No, I don't think I am this year. I'm not trusting too many people at the moment.
I can't actually remember when it is now.
No, nor could I. That's why I was a little bit.
But so I know I decided
hesitant.
not to go to it. So Wood Wizardry I would have liked to have gone to, but it was just too short notice. Too much else to do.
It's in March, apparently.
Oh, so there's a bit of time yet then.
And someone else has said May.
There's been all sorts of doubt about it, hasn't there? Ouch. That's rough, that bit.
I thought they put up a definite date the other month, or the other week, but I can't remember what it is.
No, I can't. No. Right. I think I'm going to do this one with Yorkshire Grit.
So you're going to put sanding sealer on it first, then?
Yes, because I think the quality of the timber warrants it. There's a slight crack in it there, but that's not going to do anything.
It's May, apparently.
Oh, it is May, yeah. Sanding sealer. That's what I'm after. Right, let's turn that off. As I haven't used any Yorkshire Grit for a day or two. Time I did.
Complete change of colour.
Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It
really is a lovely, lovely colour. I like these dark timbers.
Nick's put in 30th of April and the 1st of May. I
don't actually think it needs denibbing, but I'll do it anyway as a gesture. Okay. Right, Yorkshire. Because the Yorkshire Grit does the denibbing for you, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
One of them. And I think I'll finish it with Hampshire Sheen. Microcrystalline. That'll do nicely. I think this will be about it then.
We just come up to the hour.
Yeah, so that's all right. That's quite respectable.
So if you guys in the chat like what Andy's doing, hopefully you'll subscribe to his channel and hit the notification bell. If you like what he's done tonight, perhaps you would be good enough to leave a thumbs up on the way out. It always helps the channel grow, and it also points it out to people other than ourselves in here tonight that there's a wood turner on. And I know we both appreciate you guys coming in.
Oh God, yes. It would be very, very pointless without you, if I'm honest.
It does get boring because you're just in the shed.
Yeah, yeah. But I was a woodwork teacher, and so it's ingrained in me that I have to have an audience. Much as I like playing on my lathe, it's nice when you've got somebody else watching as well, and hopefully appreciating what you do. And people certainly seem to do so. So, for which I'm eternally grateful.
The whole hog tonight, then. Going for the white as well.
Yep.
So the first one's taken it up from equivalent 240 grit to about 1,000, and this one should take it up from 1,000 to about 2,000.
I took it to 400, in fact, with the.
Oh, you took it from 400, right?
The Abranet, I always do. It's a habit more than anything. It doesn't do any harm, does it? Maybe wasted effort, but it doesn't do any harm.
Yeah, but it's not as if you spent hours on it, is it? Sanding
No,
it.
no.
Only a lick and a promise, basically.
It's only a very small piece, isn't it? So these larger baubles really do sell. I was surprised when I first did them. I did one in ebony, which was a bit special, and that made a big thing
heavy,
of it.
I should think as well.
It was pretty heavy, but they have it in their window all year round. The people who bought it, they're friends of mine, and they absolutely love it. But all the bigger ones went very, very quickly.
And your good lady's just put a beautiful finish on there.
It's coming on. It's getting there. I haven't finished yet, but one more to go, and then I should
actually shine in a minute, Alison.
Yeah. And then I shall buff it afterwards as well. So in fact, I could do that, couldn't I? Get in there. Yes, I can see the shine coming on it. And this is there when you come to part it off that you drop it, isn't it?
Yeah, because you made it so shiny.
That's right, it's round and slippery.
Yeah. Been there and done it.
Yeah, absolutely. We all have.
Yeah.
And Sir Drop a Lot, or whatever they call him, he does it more often.
Yeah, he's been quite reasonable recently.
Yes, although he did drop one last week.
Did he? Oh, right.
Yeah, his was a vase or something he made. I can't remember now. But he did.
I'm going to part that off first, then.
Yeah, I'm going to part it off before I take it out. Yeah. Yes, he did actually drop that, but it landed on his foot, so it didn't damage it or anything, which was a bit of luck.
If you wanted to keep the length, you could always part up into the chuck.
Up into it, yeah. I might. I'm not too bothered. I've got plenty of length on there.
Have you? Right, we can't see it from here.
Oh no, I don't suppose you know. You'll see it when I get it off.
At the moment. Yeah.
Need to know basis. But no, that'll be plenty still. Like, no, you can't see it there. Blooming cameras always work the wrong way around. Oh, there we are. There it is. There it is.
Oh, it's enough, isn't there?
Yeah, there's plenty there. Yep. I'll sand that off now. 2 seconds.
Alison's off. See you all next week. Have a good week.
Bye, Alison. See you on
Cheers,
Friday.
Alison. Thanks for popping in. We'll see if we can control him, stop his bad drinking habits.
Yeah. She knows I haven't got any of them. Can't
They're all
afford it.
good ones, aren't they, now?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so if you're going for it, I'll buff. I'll set up the
plenty of
buffing and
time. Yeah. Might as well show a different way of doing it to what I did lunchtime.
you notice I was using the gripper
Yeah.
chuck,
Gripper jaws. Yeah.
which I very, very rarely do, but they just came out the right size for what I was doing.
I reckon
Right.
one of the best bits of sets of jaws that are available.
They're very
Personally.
good.
Yep.
And if you want to do offset stuff and just tilt it in there, you can, can't you?
Yes,
As I've seen you do.
Grab one ripple at a time.
Yep. I shall open my new, if I can find something to open it with, my new carnauba wax.
Oh.
I've got a pair of scissors. I'm posh here, you know. Right, so let's put those there. Put this up here. It won't be long before I've broken this one as well. But it's a whole stick.
Mm.
Don't often see them like that. Whole stick.
Ah, there you go.
I sent an order into Chestnut, so.
Oh, you got one. Yeah.
So I got one, yeah.
The chestnut I find isn't as bright or as glossy as the Liberon one.
And you can see the difference in colour. It's a much
Yeah.
paler one. So
Liberon do three different colours.
Oh, right, okay. But I'm going to try it and see.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got any of my other one left now. Oh, there's a bit.
Roger Kent's just popped up. I haven't seen him in, but he's obviously been watching. Thanks for another great live. Always watch and learn something. Thank you, Roger.
But you can see the difference in colour between those two.
Yeah.
But this all came from the whole setup came with the sticks from Chestnut, so I don't quite know why they're different colours. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to use the brown one. I don't often do that these days. 1500 or thereabouts. $15.04. That'll do nicely.
Now the knack with this is you don't put too much carnauba on the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it doesn't have
a hell of a job. Yeah.
Yes, it really does. We've
Cheers,
all done
John.
it, haven't we?
He's off now and sort out dinner. Thanks for stopping by, John. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, cheers, bye. I did myself a pizza before I started, so. Yeah, I'm not going to do the other two tonight because that'll just take more time than I want to give it. But I will do this one with all three. That one. This is the one I really don't like.
The white
put
diamond.
Too much. Yeah, the white stuff. Yeah, if you put too much of that on, it really does smear. I mean, dreadfully.
And it's the lightest of touch. Because if you press too hard at times, you can.
Yes.
If you overheat it. Yeah, and bury it in there, and it throws it across the workshop. Then.
Yep. And if you overheat it, it seems to almost, well, it melts it and then sets it rock hard.
Yeah.
And it's a hell of a job to get it out.
Keith Jarvis is off.
Bye, Keith. Thanks for coming along.
By, Keith. Yeah. I'm going to pop down and see you guys down at Southampton, not before too long.
We're down there in December, aren't we?
Yeah, but I'm going to pop down beforehand.
All right.
just to see what the setup is, and I've got some bits to take down for him as well.
And so I got it in my diary. December the 4th, was it?
Yeah.
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 It was. Could have a day out. Right. Let's try the new stuff. I like these ones, the soft one. You can polish your nails at the same time.
Yes, I think I made that comment lunchtime, didn't I?
I believe you did, yes.
Yeah, if you're not careful, you can end up with shiny nails.
It just gives you a feeling of safety, the fact that you can do that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt. Can't be all bad. So the main thing is always make sure you've got a piece of wood on your bed of your lathe. Because if they catch, they throw it. And if wood and metal don't mix. But it's yeah. But it's keeping a good hold of it as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Ben's put in here to me, you can use the long edge of a square plank, to clean the hard bits off the wheel. Yes. You can.
Or metal.
But what I tend to do is when I've got a broken bandsaw blade, and the ones I use on mine are 132 inches, I fold them up and squash them and roll them round on each other and tape the ends, and then use that to scuff off all the crap that builds up on the wheels.
Yeah, I used to have an old planer blade I used. Introduced that to it and worked. It's mostly on the brown one. The others are not too bad. It's the number one, the first one, that gets the most clogged. Oh, excuse me. Right, I think I'm there. So I shall sit me down.
Rob, I believe the single ones are better. My reasoning behind that is that you can put bigger items on there to buff.
Yeah.
Because the three on the same bar are so close that you can't get anything much more than about a 6-inch bowl on there to buff it up. Whereas these you can put on whatever size you can hold, basically. So that's the way I would go.
And if you're using the single ones, use the bigger.
We're on this camera, mate.
Oh, you're up there, aren't you? Shall I change over to this one then?
Yeah.
I wonder why I couldn't get it. Use the bigger arbor, because that one gets you a little bit further away from the chuck again.
So there are several options open to you, but yes, use the. Personally, unless you're doing very small stuff, 2 to 3 inches in size, use the bigger one and use the single ones.
That's the other one that comes. You could use it in a drill, and it's fine. But I wouldn't. I used to use it on the lathe. Then I got this one, and you can see the difference in how far out it goes. It's a huge difference.
Yeah,
and it's much more substantial. It just works better. So go for that. But yes, as Keith says, it does give you more space around it. Because really don't need anything that's going to make life more difficult for you. Sorry, Keith, I'll bring you back on. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here still. And the last thing you want is to be buffing that up with your knuckles on the chuck.
That's right, or catching anything, especially if you're doing something long, you could easily catch it on the next wheel when you're not even looking. There we go.
Yeah, there's me.
I found you. You're still there.
Yeah. So I haven't gone that far.
So the first thing we made was this long, thin tree, which will have a little hook in the top that will hang, or it can stand. It's got a substantial base, so it will stand. Then we made a little dumpy one just to show that you can do it. Bit of U, nice bit of U. But again, exactly the same. Sorry, I'll hold it by that. You might be able to see it if I can get hold of it. It's so small, these links. But I always put a bit of silver cord in the top to hang it from the tree. And then the bauble, which is there, as you can see, it's got the little spike spigot on the top, just put the hook into, and they look nice and shiny, and they look very, very attractive when they're hanging on a Christmas tree. So that's my 3 for tonight.
Yep, you're getting some nice comments coming in.
Oh, good, thank you.
From everyone, either as they've left or as they're leaving. But,
yes, it's all Ben's talking about stitched and non-stitched. I wouldn't want stitched, if I'm honest, Ben.
I use stitched on the first one all the time.
Do you? I don't.
Yep.
I've got. I think mine are all non-stitched. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that big one
so-
of mine, 8 inches stitched.
But you certainly wouldn't want it after the first one.
No,
because these give such a nice finish, and it's nice and fluffy. these ones, they're nice and fluffy, soft and fluffy. So yeah. Any questions come up?
None that we haven't answered. We've gone through them.
People are being very nice, aren't they? And a few names we don't see always, which is nice.
We've had a few strange ones in, or a few unusual ones in tonight, but I'm not going to say strange.
No, not at all. Wouldn't dream of it.
You've been seen on other channels, but it's nice of you to come across and join Andy and myself.
A deer in a forest, David. I don't know what he's talking about. But then it is Rob CP. I never know what he's talking about. He's a northerner, isn't he? Oh, it didn't say that. No, I'm not allowed to say that. I'll have the equality police after me.
So thanks to Darren for coming over, putting his Aussie presence in there and keeping us all under control.
I've never tried that before.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert. That's a nice comment.
Yeah, you have to click on it to get rid of it then. So, but yes, you can
yeah.
highlight any of them.
Yeah. And it just sort of came up show. I thought, well, let's have a go. Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, if that's. Oh, Rob says he doesn't mind prejudice. That's all right then, Rob. You and I get on well. Dear. No, I had a very good holiday up your way. Amble by the sea I stayed. And it blew such a hoolie up there that you could actually lean against the wind at nearly 45 degrees. It didn't half blow. So thank you, Ben.
Is it that short, Richard? 70 days to turkey
70
time?
70 days to turkey time, yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it is, isn't it? Yeah. November, December, yeah. If that, it's probably a bit less than that.
I'm not going to work
30,
it out.
60. No, there was 70. No, it would be about 70. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my birthday first. That's next week. So
yeah.
A week tomorrow, in fact.
So we're not going to tell everyone what day it is.
Another year older. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah, not even wiser.
There's a lot of northerners not here, Andy. Yeah. Sorry, Tommy. I don't mean it. I love you all. I had a holiday in Yorkshire earlier on this year, in the Dales. Absolutely gorgeous too. And then I'm going up to Scotland. I won't say anything about how brave that is.
But the midges are all asleep then.
Yeah, they're gone by November, so yeah. Thank goodness. Yes, that reminds me, Keith. I must sort those. I'll give you those dates.
Yeah, but I just need to go through them as well with
you.
Yeah.
I can tell you that again in a minute. Good. Okay. Right. Well, if you've all finished and asking questions and saying things, and
looks like they're all gradually excusing themselves now.
Yeah, there's still 31 watching according to YouTube. So
yeah,
that's quite remarkable.
Trying to get their money's worth, you see. That's what it is.
Yeah. How much have they paid? Yeah.
Best seats in the house.
Yeah, it's just lovely doing something which isn't being paid for. It takes a lot. All that pressure's gone. Yeah, it's lovely. So I really enjoy doing it. Good. Okay, I'm going to press the button and see you all next week.
Next Tuesday, you're on Tuesday lunchtime, aren't you?
Tuesday lunchtime I'm on, and then You don't know if you're doing Thursday or not, do you yet?
Scott's doing Thursday. He's already
Oh,
said that.
yes.
I've asked him.
He's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can't put the link up for next Tuesday because you haven't decided what you're going to do yet.
I haven't got a clue, but I'll think
No.
of something. So,
So that's Tuesday, 2 o'clock. Come
Yep.
over and join Andy and myself.
1
I
o'clock.
dare say it'll be 1 o'clock. I dare say it'll be me that's chatting in the background.
I do hope so. Yeah. Good. Okay. Cheers then. Thank you very much, all of you, and see you all again soon.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
all.